Hello, everyone. Welcome to another semi-daily vlog of sorts, really. So I'm gonna start some drawing from. I'm gonna start drawing right here. I'm gonna do a small little hand here from George Bridgman's Constructed Anatomy book. And I'm gonna talk about a few things. Maybe they might be relevant to you. Maybe they're not. And then after I'm done with drawing, or after about 10 minutes, I'm going to part ways because I got to keep these videos short and sweet. Not necessarily to the point, just short and sweet. I really don't have, they're not really getting anywhere, and that's fine. But I wanted to talk about one thing in particular today for me personally. I was, if you have been following along these vlogs, and you notice for a while they were going pretty good. I was hitting them every day, and then they were getting kind of like inconsistent, and all kind of like just very inconsistent in getting them out there, or getting them done, or getting a little bit of drawing done for the week or the day or whatever it is that I was trying to achieve. But what kind of happened was I started getting a little comfortable. I was like, all right, I've established that I can do these videos, or draw every day, and I established that I can do them daily, and et cetera, et cetera. So once that happened, I started to get not complacent, but I started to go back to like old habits. They're not like bad habits, but they're definitely not good habits. They weren't like benefiting me. So I was staying up later. I was watching shows on Amazon Prime later, and then pretty soon it's really, really late, and I'm trying to get up at the 5 o'clock time frame that I'm trying to get up at, and it's just not happening. And I had to kind of do a little bit of a reset, a habit reset, so that I can get back into the swing of things, or into the swing of doing these videos, or basically the swing of just drawing in general. And it took me a few days. It took me more than a few days. It took a good week for that to kind of just get back to normal. And I guess the thing I wanted to talk about today is, or this idea that I want to talk about today is, sometimes when things are going good, you like to reward yourself with bad habits, like sleeping in, staying up late, going out with friends, partying. And not that that was occurring, but there was definitely some late nights involved, and just late nights involved, and going to bed late, and all kinds of just unproductive behaviors, especially for someone who's trying to get up at 5 in the morning to do a lot of things that need to get done. And it's just hard to do that type of stuff when you're staying up late, man. Like, if you got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're watching Hercules till, I'm not gonna lie, I have been binge watching Hercules, the legendary journeys, or the legendary adventures, or whatever it is, I don't know, with Kevin Sorbo. I've been binge watching that show because it's so tacky and fun. I don't know why. I guess it's just something I've been like, Amazon Prime like popped it up on my feed, and I was like, okay, I'll watch some of this, and then it just turned into a, let's go watch all of Hercules. So I've been getting home from work, and I sit down and have like dinner, and I've been watching Hercules for far too long, and hours later, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's midnight. It's almost 1 or whatever. And you're like, I got to go to bed so I can get up at 5. And most likely, usually what happens is after that is like, I don't get up at 5. I'm like, no, we'll try again tomorrow. So I'll try again tomorrow. And it never happens. So I've had to kind of taper down on that habit. And so the idea is, if you're finding that old habits are like, so like old habit for me is I like to stay up really late. I don't like to, it just kind of happens. Maybe it's just like the artist in me, like the artists are like night owls, they start working at night, or maybe that's just a stereotype. I don't know. But I know that a lot of artists I knew would stay up late and work until the wee hours of the morning. And so like that's just a habit that that's just doesn't work in in society. It just doesn't work if you want to be a productive person in society. You gotta get up. You can't sleep in all day. And so I mean, you can sleep in all day, I guess, but I was finding that I was staying up really late and just staying up really late, and it was affecting my sleep. It was affecting all these other things that I was trying to achieve throughout the day. And I was finding that I need to reevaluate some of my goals or some of my like habits, because some things are not working for me, And this always happens. I'll get really productive or really efficient with something, or like I'll start getting up early, and I'll go to the gym early, and I'll do my drawing early, and then I'm like, I say to myself, all right, hey man, you've been really good lately. You've been really good. Just sit down and watch yourself a few episodes of Hercules, or sit down and watch a few episodes of this. It's no harm done. It's okay. Go ahead and sit down and watch something. And then you start watching, you're like, oh my God, this is nice. This is really nice. I want to sit down and watch some more. And you start watching some more, and pretty soon, 18 hours later, you're like, oh my gosh, I missed work. No, I'm kidding. But I was finding that I tend to go back to old behaviors that don't suit me and are very difficult to break. And so I'm trying to recognize past behaviors, aka like staying up late, binge watching shows when I shouldn't, and I need to address that. Like, I don't think it's wrong to watch shows, but when you have a finite amount of time to do things, and your show watching takes up a large section of your time, then maybe you need to reevaluate a few things. So like I was finding that like I was watching more than the shows that I need to be watching. So I'm starting to think about like, how can I still get my watch, quote unquote, watch time in, but also not have it leach into my sleep schedule. So I think one of the things I'm going to start doing is like whenever I have like lunch or I'm eating breakfast or something like that, I can watch a little bit of my show and then go about my day afterwards. Because I think entertainment is good, man. Watching things or doing things that are relaxing and have some entertainment value is a good thing. I'm not saying that you should just be going hard all the time, because this does not look right, by the way. Anyways, that does not look right at all. I messed this up. Anyways, I gotta get going. Don't fall into bad habits if you're finding that it's not benefiting you. That's the premise of this video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.